While assuring that there will be no recreating of the wheel when it comes to the established safety protocols for COVID 19, Minister of Education Prem Manickchand believes that her ministry has a solid plan in place that would allow for face to face learning to recommence. The minister, who fielded questions from the public on the reopening of schools at the weekend, said she was confident that it was the right decision to go in.
Content will begin from where it was left off for each student. This may necessitate reteaching what was already taught during these months of closure for those students who did not access said teaching during said school closure. A wellness diagnostic will be administered to our students and support offered where necessary. Our school's welfare department is fully mobilized to address needs as they arrive, and we intend to make sure we lose not one single child to this school closure.
Manichan said the ministry had to strike a balance between curbing learning loss, especially for students preparing for examinations, and learning to cope with the new norm which require high safety practices. She said the decision to reopen schools was based on studies and best practices from across the world, followed by extensive discussions between parents, teachers, the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Teachers Union, the Carbon Examinations Council, and other stakeholders. Teachers and students who will be returning to schools will not be required to do a COVID 19 test. However, if any student or teacher becomes infected, Minister Manickchand assured that all guidelines will be followed.
Regular temperature checks, frequent cleaning of schools and adequate janitorial supplies, adequate cleaning staff, ongoing education about best practices for COVID safety will all be carried out. Accommodation can be made by schools to cater for teachers who have younger children at home who, who will not be returning out back to school just yet. We know this is a real concern and believe that schools can create space for those younger children and provide the supervision. The aim for these 10th, 11th, and 12th graders is to make sure they receive the education they need so that they are not lifelong victims of COVID 19, so that their lives are not forever damaged. We may need to do things that are not usual. Anything that lends to that purpose of delivering the education necessary will be encouraged.
It was highlighted that the school term will be adjusted and the school week may also be extended. Students and teachers will attend school in a rotation scheduled based on special timetables set by the schools in accordance with the Gazette COVID 19 orders. Schools with dormitories will also be reopened on November 9 with special arrangements. Kirk Campbell, Newsroom.